Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Tech with Yashwant. In this video, we are going to discuss about AWS well-architected framework. So we are going to discuss all the frameworks and all the pillars that are present in this particular topic, and also understand why is it really important to have this in the consideration when designing systems in the AWS platform. Having a well-architected systems greatly increases the possibility of business success, which is why AWS created the AWS well-architected framework. So this framework is composed of different pillars that will help you understand the pros and cons of the decisions you make while building systems or the cloud architectures on the AWS platform. We'll also learn the architectural best practices for designing and operating reliable, efficient, cost-effective, and secure systems in the cloud by using this framework. It also provides a way to consistently measure your architectures against best practices and identify areas for improvement. So when I say or when I talk about AWS well-architected frameworks, there are 6 different pillars which you need to understand. The first one would be security itself. Okay. The second one would be reliability. The third one is performance. And the fourth one is operational excellence. We call that OPEX. And then we have cost, optimization. And finally, we have sustainability. So let's do one thing. Let's go and dig one by one and understand all these things one by one. Right. So first, let me go with operational excellence. So it is the ability to support development and run workloads effectively and gain insights into their operations, and also to continuously improve supporting processes and procedures to deliver business value. There are few design principles which you need to keep in mind. Okay, so I call that as DPs. We need to consider these design principles. Firstly, perform all the operations as code. So do or perform all your operations as code as much as possible. Perform operations as code. That is the first key point. Next, you need to understand and make frequent small reversible changes. Make frequent, small, and reversible changes. This is very crucial. And also keep one point in mind, that is you need to refine operation procedures frequently. So that's why I'm mentioning here itself frequent is the key point. And the final, the last but not the least, you also need to anticipate failure. So failures are bound to happen and you need to check the failures and also learn from all the operational failures that you have encountered. So that's about operational excellence. So with this into consideration, you can build systems and designs which has more operational, which does not have more operational burden itself. Next thing is security. So security is also another important thing when you are architecting in cloud, and you need to consider this as well. So when I say security, what is it really? So it is the ability to protect data, systems and assets to take advantage of cloud technology to improve your security. Now, again, what are the DPs we have in security? Implement a strong identity foundation. Strong identity foundation is really important. So that is one point. Identity foundation. That is the first point. Next, you need to enable traceability. Enable traceability meaning that whatever the activity that the user performs on the entire platform, you need to be having traceability to see what the user is performing in the platform itself. That's one thing. And another important thing is apply security at all layers. Security should be applied at all layers as much as possible to make the best use of security in the cloud platform. And you need to automate security best practices. So wherever you go, you will see this word automate everywhere. So automate the security best practices wherever possible. That's a fourth point. Next is to protect your data in transit and at rest as well. You need to protect the data at rest and in transit as well. And keep people away from the data. Let's say you are a developer and you only need read access to a particular data. So instead of giving him a write access, provide whatever the access he requires. So that I mean to say that keep people away from the data as much as possible, right? So which will also protect your data, and the data will not be manipulated also as well. And prepare for security events. Have security drills internally at least 6 months, or once in 6 months, or twice in a year, to understand what you will do when there is a security incident reported. So this will help you in building an architecture which is having all the security in place. So that's the second pillar of the AWS well-architected framework. So the third one is reliability. Okay, so here when I say reliability, it is the ability of a workload to perform its intended function correctly and consistently when it's expected to. So this includes the ability to operate and test the workload through its total life cycle. Now here also we have few DPs, so design principles. So what are those design principles? So you need to automatically recover from failure. So you need to build a system which can automatically recover from failure, which is very, very crucial. The second point is you need to test a recovery procedure. Test recovery procedure is another important point. You need to scale horizontally to increase aggregate workload availability. Whenever there is spike in your workload, you need to scale horizontally. Horizontal scaling should be there. Only then you can call your system as highly reliable. And you should stop guessing your capacity. So instead of saying that like without proper testing, you should not say that this amount of servers will handle so many requests. No, you need to stop guessing on the capacity. So which is very crucial again. That is one of the biggest mistake that all the enterprises do today, right? So you need to manage change in automation. Again, as I told you already, automation is going to come up everywhere. So you need to automate your systems so that your system is highly reliable. Next, after reliability, we have performance efficiency, which is again the fourth one, which is very important for us to understand. Performance efficiency. So let's talk about performance efficiency. It is the ability to use computing resources efficiently to meet system requirements and to maintain that efficiency as demand changes and technologies evolve. So here also we have few design principles which I'm going to talk about. Okay, so one is to democratize advanced technology. So as and when we move forward, there are few advanced technologies that are going to come. So you need to democratize those, and instead of falling behind, go and democratize those advanced technologies, start adopting those, and see how you can build your platform to the global level, right? So that's one thing. Next, go global in minutes. So instead of managing all the things by yourself, I think about going global in minutes rather than developing the entire platform by yourself. And start using serverless as much as possible. Serverless will help you in going live easily. So use serverless architectures. And have a dedicated team to experiment more often. That is very, very important. Experimentation will lead you into success. So experiment more often and consider mechanical sympathy. So mechanical sympathy should be also considered. That is very, very important. Okay, so that's about performance efficiency. Let's talk about cost optimization, which most of you will be interested in understanding this. Cost optimization. Okay, so When I say cost optimization, what does it really mean? It is the ability to run system to deliver business value at the lowest price point. So it is the ability of the system to run the business at the lowest price value. That's the key thing here. Again, here also we have some design principles. Let's talk about them. You need to implement cloud financial management by yourself. Cloud financial management. We call that as CFM. You need to have an internal dashboard to track all your cloud resource spending and things like that. Adopt a consumption-based model, meaning you will pay only for whatever you use. Of course, in cloud, this is the pillar which they talk about, like you only pay for whatever you use, that is pay as you go. But you should also track, although your cloud provider will give you all the breakdown, you should also track in-house, build a dashboard and understand how you are utilizing cloud to the fullest. And measure overall efficiency. Understand if whatever the amount that you are spending is being utilized efficiently or not. So measure overall efficiency. So that is very important. Next, stop spending money on under-differentiated heavy lifting. So instead of managing everything by yourself, like you are spending money to manage your EC2 and things like that, have a team who are use the resources that are already available in AWS instead of architecting the same wheel again and again, right? So that's very important. Stop spending money on under-differentiated heavy lifting, so which is very crucial. Next, you also need to analyze and attribute expenditure. As I told you, analyze your expenditure. That's very, very crucial. Even in your life, you need to have track on how much you are spending and things like that. So have a understanding as to where you can cut down cost and where you can start utilizing those costs and things like that. So that can help you in building your entire system more strong, right? So that's about cost optimization. Next, let's talk about sustainability. So how can you make your system more sustainable? Okay, so that's the next point. When I say sustainability, it is the ability to increase efficiency across all components of your workload by maximizing the benefits from the provisioned resources. So that's scalability for you, sustainability for you. Now let's talk about the design principles here in sustainability. So do not get confused, like I mentioned, with sustainability and scalability. Sustainability is altogether a different topic. Here in the design principles, you need to understand your impact, well. So how much you are consuming and how much the resources that you are consuming is very, very important. And you need to have established sustainability goals. You need to have SGs, sustainability goals in place in your organization. And maximize your utilization. So when you are spinning up resources and you start consuming it, use it to the very core, right? So do not keep it like that and stop wasting the resources. Utilize it to the maximum. And anticipate and adapt new, more efficient hardware and software offerings. So CSPs will evolve over the time and they will start adapting new and the advanced technology going forward. So you need to adapt to those and start using those to the fullest possible way, right? So that's very crucial. And instead of maintaining the same things by maintaining the resources by yourself, try to use managed services, because they're going to use or all those things, all the resources, all the managed services will be entirely managed by the cloud provider itself. So in this case, AWS is going to manage everything for you. And you should also consider reducing the downstream impact of your cloud workloads. So reducing downstream impact on your cloud is very, very crucial as well, right? That's about sustainability. So with these 6 pillars into consideration, you will be good to fly, and you can start using all these resources in the AWS cloud. And when you are architecting any systems or any cloud architectures on AWS, consider all these 6 pillars so that you can build an efficient system in future. So that's all I had for this video. If you are liking the content that I'm creating, please consider subscribing and share it with your friends. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.